Good evening, everybody. Thanks for stopping by my page. Let's get cooking, because Daddy's in the kitchen. Today on Daddy's in the Kitchen, I'm making salmon. A friend of mine sent me a salmon recipe, so I'm gonna try that and see how it comes out. This recipe is just salmon. It's gonna be pan-seared, but I'm gonna cover it with mustard and then coat it with some Panko breadcrumbs, the Japanese style. I've also, as a side dish, decided to do cook a squash in the same manner that I'm doing the salmon. So first, I'm going to get started by combining the ingredients that I'm going to coat the salmon with. The Panko breadcrumbs, salt to taste. The salt for the recipe is kosher salt, so remember that. I'm using coarse ground black pepper. I just like the texture of the coarse ground black pepper. The recipe simply calls for black pepper. Again, that is to taste. 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. Now, I don't have lemon, so I'm using some lime, so I'll zest up the lime really quick. Luckily, 1 teaspoon is not that much, because zesting a lime or lemon or an orange for that matter, it can take a while, but we're only looking to get a teaspoon's worth, so it shouldn't take us too long. All right, so I'm pretty close to getting that teaspoon's worth of lime zest, and the smell reminds me of key lime pie. And while I'm living out here in Texas, I really miss being back in Florida, and key lime pie really reminds me of being in Florida. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the teaspoon of lime zest. This is a half teaspoon measure, so we'll get 2 of those. All right. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Add the olive oil. 1, 2. I need to add a tablespoon of minced parsley. Let's eyeball it. All right, I'm gonna get the skillet, and I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I'm gonna get that heated up while I'm putting the coating onto the salmon. Once I coat the salmon, I'm gonna cook it in the oil for 3 to 4 minutes with the skin down, and then I'm gonna place it in the oven for another 5 to 7 minutes to bake at 400 degrees. While it's baking at 400 degrees, I'm going to cook the squash in the same manner. So let's get started. The oil's heating up, so let's go ahead and get this coated. I'm gonna spread some mustard on it. It calls for spicy Dijon mustard. Some of the fun parts of cooking. Just get your hands in there and get it coated. Once again, using the hands, I'm gonna go ahead and coat the salmon, getting it all in there nice and good. Okay, looks like it's sticking onto the salmon pretty well, so I'm gonna put it in skin side down into the hot oil. We'll see how they do. All right, the salmon is done. It's time to transfer it to a baking dish. I'm gonna transfer it to a baking dish and then I'm gonna bake it in the oven for 5 to 7 minutes. I'm using one of my wider spatulas because I don't wanna have the fish start to separate on me. So when you use a smaller utensil, the salmon can start to break up on you. I want it to bake as a unit. When the salmon separates, it causes the baking of the fish not to go well. If it stays as a unit, then it retains more of the juices. So having it fall apart while you're using a smaller utensil, it just messes up the flavor and the moisture of the salmon. So keep it intact throughout the whole process. All right, now the salmon's in the oven. I'm gonna cook the squash, and hopefully that turns out pretty good too. That wasn't on the recipe that my friend sent me. It's just an add-on that I threw in there, and hopefully it works out well. Also, this is it's a Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc. So I'm from Baghdad, Florida. We don't say those kind of fancy words, but I like this, and it's supposed to go well with fish. So with fish, a Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc. Let's go ahead and add these to the grease. So the fish came out well. Now I'm gonna take out the squash, put it onto the display so you can have a look at it, and I'll show you the final dish. Looks like it turned out pretty good. Now this is salmon with Panko crusted breadcrumbs and squash cooked in the same manner. Looks like it turned out pretty good, but you never know how it's gonna taste until you dig into it and really see what you got. So I'll put some comments to let you know how it tastes, and then I'll also have a final picture of the finished product. So thanks for stopping by my channel. Please like my channel, tell somebody about my channel. And then if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. But if you do none of that, tune back in, because you never know what's cooking when Daddy's in the kitchen.